So welcome to Call of the Wild Tutorials, and today we're out here on one of my favorite maps, Layton Lakes, and we're continuing our skill series by talking about the Connect the Dots skill. And it's one of the most useful skills that you can have in the game, especially for tracking. So we can see each time a track is investigated, a line is automatically drawn on the hunter mate for that track, and a trail direction is indicated with an arrow. Investigated tracks that are not dropped in consecutive order will have a dotted line to indicate that their track's missing. And if we miss three more tracks, then there's going to be no line at all. So this is a very handy skill, especially when we come across a max weight track, or there's lots of tracks in the area, maybe tracks going every which way, and we want to know which one that we want to follow. This is going to be the skill that's going to help you to be able to sort all of that out. So let's go and look at this elk track here. And as you can see on the hunter mate, every time we pick up a track, the directional cone just appears and we see the track symbol and the directional cone, but it doesn't really tell us which order those tracks go in. There could be multiple tracks going back and forth, and we're just going to see those directional arrows. And until we find kind of that regular line that's going to connect them, it's really hard to say where this animal was traveling to. However, when we go and we activate this skill in the stalker tree, we're going to see automatically right away that on our hunter mate, you can see that there's already lines formed that with the arrows there that show the direction of movement. So if we've just followed the lines on our hunter mate, we can see that this animal here on this track was walking this direction, and then he came over here and he turned around. And then he started walking the other way. So maybe he was walking towards something, we spooked him, and now he decides that he's going this way, obviously, because he was running, as we can see during the in the track information. So now this allows us to continue to move forward to make sure that we're on the right trail for that animal. Even if it's an old trail, doesn't matter. And the nice point about this is that when we hit an animal dropping, it connects that lines. And so we can just continue on and make sure that we're following this animal's track properly. So this saves a lot of frustration and a lot of aggravation. Maybe you've been tracking an animal, they've double backed on you, and you're like, I don't know where they were. You can now even just go and check the map, and you can see that line of movement. As long as you're on this active trail, that line will be there. It can be 10 kilometers long, and it'll show you the direction of travel that you were going and where the animal was. So it's a very handy skill to have. It'll make tracking so much easier. It'll take a lot of hassle out of the tracking for you. And it's probably one of the best skills that I can think of in game. So if you're looking to spend those hard-earned skill points, want to take some aggravation out, this is the skill for you. So from Layton Lakes, this is Call of the Wild Tutorials saying happy hunting.